Back in February, the 20th February specifically, there were significant flooding events in my own constituency, particularly in Llandynam, Llandrynio, Portkey. When land is affected and flooded, there's, of course, great distress, even greater distress when people's homes are flooded, as is what happened on that day. My concern, First Minister, is that commitments were made to local county councillors, myself and residents 2 years ago by Natural Resources Wales, and that work hadn't been undertaken. And of course, residents fear that they'll now carry out refurbishment works to their properties that I visited myself recently, only then to be flooded in another 2 years or at a future event. So can I ask, First Minister, that the funding that you've talked about today, which I very much welcome, that priority is given to projects that have already been put in place and previously discussed, and that's where the priority lies for that particular funding. Also, First Minister, when flooding occurrences took place in other parts of Wales 2 years ago, there was compensation for households at the rate of £1,000 per household. That same compensation is not available this time when those flooding events took place significantly in mid-Wales. So can I ask you why that is the case, and can that policy position change? Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer.
I thank Russell George for those questions. I needed to travel through the member's constituency in just a few days after the flooding of the 20th of February, and was able to see for myself the scale of it and the impact that it had on communities in his constituency. So, you know, I absolutely understand why he raises these points on the floor of the Senedd this afternoon. As I said, the Welsh Government has provided funding directly to both Powys County Council to help with the development of schemes and NRW to help with the practical implementation of those schemes. And there are, as the member says, plans for construction works at Llandynam, for example, but in other parts of the member's constituency as well. And I'm very happy to take up with the Minister responsible the need to make sure that those works are carried out in as timely a fashion as possible. The member is right, of course, that when we had residential flooding on a significant scale a couple of years ago, we responded to that scale by providing £1,000 to households who were affected. The scale of flooding, I know if it's you, it's 100%. But the numbers involved in the flooding event of the 20th of February were not of the same order. Those who are affected are able to apply for help from the Discretionary Assistance Fund. And the member will know that we have significantly increased the resources available to that fund in the current financial year, and again in the year that starts in April, and where people are able to qualify for that fund. Then the impact of flooding is one of the things that they are able to go to the fund and seek help.
I thank the First Minister. Items 3